We've all made embarrassing purchases online that we regret the second we unbox them. Some of us are able to return it with no fuss, and some of us are not so lucky. As someone whose life revolves around products found on AliExpress, I like to browse the homepage for new products to make videos on. And one fateful day, I came across what I thought was an all-in-one case for the Raspberry Pi that looked just like an original Macintosh. It was a bit pricey at $154.37, but hey, it's made specifically for the Raspberry Pi. It'll be worth it because it's so simple. And why would I think it's anything else when the title is literally Macintosh DIY Macintosh 128K Small Display Computer Game Console Raspberry Pi? Well, the problem is that wasn't the entire title. Either they changed it after I bought it, or I was so focused on the keyword Raspberry Pi that I didn't notice the words secondary screen and external screen surrounding it. It's not a case for a Raspberry Pi. It's literally just an external monitor. I wish I could say I was drunk, but I don't even like alcohol. Well, I could have titled this video, I got scammed on AliExpress, like my good friend Austin would. I'm gonna own up to this one. Even though this doesn't look nearly as detailed as the listing, instead of trying to get my money back, I'm making my own Mac Mini out of spite. So my goal is to crack this thing open, slap a Raspberry Pi in there, and make it an all-in-one PC that looks and feels like an actual miniature Macintosh. All of that just so I don't feel like I wasted $154.37, a total that definitely won't go up by the end of this video. Thankfully, I already have a Pi 3B from the old arcade machine I made that's been sitting in storage forever, but I still need to crack this bad boy open to see what I'm working with. This is a 3D printed product. I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but it flexes a little bit, held together by a few screws. This doesn't slide out or anything, and a whole lot of glue. Oh, there's a pop. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's glue. And thankfully, everything was starting to go my way. There's a lot of space in here. Plenty of space in here. All of the monitor's brains were hiding out in the base with a very mysterious cable. And this wire goes nowhere? What is this? I thought that was like a power line or something. What is it? What the heck? Anyway, I tried all sorts of possible angles for the Pi board, but I just couldn't get over the fact that I did not want to cut more holes into the chassis, nor could I get past this weird cable. What is this for? It's driving me crazy. I don't know. It's literally just like a thick wire that I don't even think has like copper or anything in it. What is it for? I also really didn't want to do something lame like make it a base or entirely redesign the shell from scratch because we have plenty of space to work with. So I guess I'll come back with a much better game plan. The plan is simple. Not really, but kind of. I'm going to slap the two boards into the big open area and use these ribbon cable USB extenders to put the Pi's ports down in the base. The HDMI slot will turn into a USB-A port. The USB-C port will still be USB-C, but now for data instead of power. The new microSD card slot will fit perfectly into the brightness wheel's old home. And lastly, I punched out the fake power plug so it can actually be used to power everything. And I hear ya, but Jake, what about the power for the screen? I literally just soldered two wires so they could share a power cable. Originally, I wanted to use one of the USB ports to power the screen, but that wasn't working at all and I was way overcomplicating it. From there, it was just a lot of hot glue and finagling until I eventually found success. Hallelujah! The computer is all in one piece and working, but that's really only one piece of the puzzle. I said I wanted it to look and feel like an actual Mac. At first, I was thinking this was going to be a big, complicated mess. Just Googling how to emulate macOS on Linux stressed me out. I was starting to lose hope until I found this thing called iRaspbian. It's software that makes Linux look like macOS Catalina, and you can actually use it as a real computer. If you can even find iRaspbian anymore. I was able to, but since it was axed, I don't really feel comfortable sharing the link in the description. If you're looking for it, good luck. I know the internet has a lot archived somewhere safe. iRaspbian is super cool, not only because it does actually feel like using macOS, but it also has some super cool emulators built in. Now, I don't think that macOS 9 is able to run on an original Macintosh, but I think that's about as old as I can get running on here. I'm sure you can get older OSs working on here, but I'm saying that I can't do it. I'm a hardware guy, not a software guy. I really did want to complete the original look by getting an original keyboard and mouse, or even some newer peripherals inspired by the OGs. But with the cost of the extenders, this project's already pushing $200. Both the old and new keyboards cost at least $100, and I just can't stomach that right now. If this video blows up, I'll complete the look. But for now, this is my Mac Mini keyboard and mouse. I'd take this over the Magic Mouse any day. But what do you guys think? Was this all worth it? Should I have just tried to get a return? Let me know in those comments down below. What am I gonna do with it? Why don't you mind your own business? $154.37. How did I not think that far? I'll probably just let my gaming podcast, The Backlog Club, run on loop in the background. If you like modding consoles, subscribe to this channel. And if you like actually playing video games and talking about them, go subscribe to the podcast, The Backlog Club. But just in general, if you like me, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys. And just as mysteriously as it entered my life, I cannot find that cable anymore to make a joke about it.